Friends, today I am going to discuss on who is biostatistician or what is biostats called. Okay, let's discuss this terminology. Okay, first this designation, biostatistician. Okay, so if you will see this designation, this name itself, biostatistician, right? So you will find bio plus statistician, right? Bio, you must be knowing it. Bio is nothing but biology, right? So you are connected with, living things or human beings, human life, right? So this is called biology. Now coming to the statistical part. Statistics. If I'll describe in a very short sentence, so I can say it, statistician or statistics, what they do, what is the statistics? Statistics is nothing but you're collecting some data. If you are working as a biostatistician, so definitely your data will be the medical data, research data, right? So you are collecting some data, you are organizing the data, okay, as per your if you're taking the patient's data and you are having some question of interest, say suppose your primary endpoint. So as per your question of interest, you are collecting those data and you are putting those data, you're putting some statistical test on it, on those data, and you are interpreting, concluding something on that data. And this is how you will draw inferences from this small sample, from those small patient sample for the whole large population. Say suppose, here I'll give you one example, that your question of interest is in your study, you're working as a biostatistician, and your interest was, your question of interest is like you want to see the change from the baseline to end of the study, and end of the study is, say suppose, week 24. Okay, so week 24 you should see some changes, your baseline result and at the week 24. Say suppose you are working on molecule or drug that is for fever, right? Very simple example. So now here your area of interest would be that this medicine should treat the patient's fever who are having fever when they enrolled in the study, and we are giving this drug to them, and this drug should treat their fever. Okay, so what you did, you applied some statistic on your data and you concluded something, and the data which you got, okay, you got some calculated p-value from your data and you put it alpha level, that is level of significant 5%. So now what you are doing, if your p-value is a calculated p-value which you the calculated p-value which you got from the data, that is 0.03, say suppose, and your alpha level you put it 5%, then it is less than, that is 0.03 is less than 0.05. So it means that this is statistically significant, you are rejecting your null hypothesis. Say suppose your null hypothesis that there is no change from baseline to end of the study, and your alternative hypothesis is that there is some change from the baseline to end of the study. Now what you concluded from the data, you rejected your null hypothesis because your p-value was less than the level of significance, 5%. So now here you are rejecting your null hypothesis, which was there is no change from the baseline to week 24. So now you found that your alternative hypothesis is there is some change. Okay, so now it means you got to know from this data that drug is doing something. Now you need to see your drug is really effective or not. So while seeing this data, you got to know, okay, this is statistically significant, the drug is effective. But you also need to, as a statistician, you also need to know whether it is clinically significant or not. How you will see, how you will check, you can check your lab data. Say suppose this drug you are working for fever, to treat fever. So you can check some urine sample, whether urine sample still at week 24 is dark yellow or light orange. So it means patients are still having fever, or some symptoms like their forehead is very hot or something. Some body symptoms also you will include. So this is called clinically whether it is significance or not, or statistically from the data which you got the result. So as a statistician, this is you need to conclude and interpret from your data, and this is called statistics. Now where the biostatistician work, so you can work for the pharmaceutical companies which they mostly work for drug development, and also for the contract research organization, and also you can work with health authorities. So there are lots of areas where biostatistician can work. So this is what I have discussed here, is what is biostatistics, who is biostatistician, and if you have any question please do ask. Till then, bye and take care.